All right, hello, and welcome to another episode of Hanging in the Basement. And tonight, it's just going to be an open chat with none other than Kai Link Sheridan.
Hi,
Going to
nice to
sit
meet you.
here and chat. So please speak nice and loudly so
Okay.
the peeps can hear you. All right, so Kai, I have some questions for you tonight, this podcast, and let's just have a little open dialogue.
All right. I'm up for it.
So, Kai, what is your favorite color?
Dark purple.
Dark purple. And why would you say that is?
I'm not sure. I just really love dark purple.
I love uh, purple, and I love light purple. I don't love dark purple. And part of the reason is, you know why? You know what it's called? Deep purple. So, sidetrack. What do you think of the band Deep Purple?
I don't care for them that much. I mean, I don't dislike them, but we're definitely going to talk about bands later.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, okay. So my two favorite colors, I would say, are purple and orange,
Mhm.
and like coral orange. I really like. Okay. What about numbers? Do you have a favorite number?
8.
And can you explain?
The reason why 8 is my favorite number is because it's symmetrical all around.
Okay, the written eight has symmetry.
Hmm.
Yeah, oh, it's beautiful. Like if you cut it down the middle, it's symmetrical.
You're
Symmetrical.
right.
Cut on side, you flipped it.
Hmm. And you can easily divide it. That's another thing I love about it. It's very easy to divide compared to other numbers.
Yeah, it's excellent number to divide.
It's perfect.
Okay. Uh, there's one number I would say is I don't say more perfect than eight, but it's like has a few more like fancy bits, which is 12. I'm not saying 12 is my favorite, but you could divide it by 12, by 6, by 4, by 3, by 2, by 1. It's pretty epic. But if I have a favorite number today, I'm going to say my favorite number is 13. And it's for two random reasons.
Because this is the 13th episode, I guess.
That's reason number one. And the other reason is even two more reasons I have. So three reasons today. It's the 13th episode. Second reason is Halloween is October 31st. And if you put 3-1 backwards, it's 1-3-13. I like Halloween. And
I guess because you're wearing that shirt too.
that's right. And Friday the 13th is cool. Third reason. And then uh, I was recently working on the year 2013 in my autobiography. So, like, we got lots of reasons why 13 is cool. And for a fifth reason, just a bonus reason, it is a prime number. It's a pretty high prime number. So, that's it's only divisible by itself. Okay, so now I have a new question for you. Is there anything, Kai? It's not your main feature episode. We can do that another time. But
All right.
is there anything about your journey in life so far, whether it's your interests, your music, relationships with human beings, nature, being a kid, being a human, previously an alien, whatever? Is there anything you want to share about with the people that we could talk?
Well, there was so much to talk about, and I want to make just an episode dedicated to me just talking about so much stuff, but I just want to have fun and hang out in the basement and just talk about fun stuff right now because I'm not the mood to talk about extreme details because I'm a very detailed guy. when I
So,
explain things.
so we're not deep diving your history.
No,
Okay, fair enough.
I'll save that for later.
So, what's something that you would like to learn in the future in your lifetime? What's something you'd like to learn? If I can name three things that you want to learn that I know, but let's see what you say.
Not sure.
You want hints?
I'm not in the mood for this type of deep dive. I'm just in the mood to just hang out, if you understand what I mean. That's
Okay.
okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure you want to learn how to make video games.
Yes.
Pretty sure you want to learn how to make movies or videos.
Yes. Okay.
All right. And I'm pretty sure you want to learn how to fly.
I think everybody wants to learn how to fly, unless they're afraid of heights or some other reason.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people want to.
Yeah, I think so. All right. So,
I want to go to a different planet or like learn how to do that. Possible in the future. Probably
well,
is.
that brings me to my next question. So what do you think about travel? Do you enjoy traveling?
I do, but because I went to Japan most of the time that I traveled, I experienced a lot of jet lag every single time. And I went there 4 times. The first time was when I was 0. Then I went when I was 2. And then I think 4. Then 8, something like that. And every single time, a ton of jet lag. And I went there so many times that there was this park that I found. And I thought it came from a dream because I went there so long ago, like when I was 0. And I loved that park for a while. Yeah,
Right. So the last
yes,
time we went, 2023,
yeah. Hmm.
and it was October, November-ish, I think. And so you were 2 years ago, you were 8.
Hmm.
And so Kai and I took walks a lot and went to like many parks, all the parks I could think of, plus new ones we found along the way. And a few times, Kai was like, "Wait, this place is real? I thought I dreamt this." Or sometimes we look at old photos
Yeah,
and video
totally true, bro.
from the archives, of other previous trips, and he sees himself at parks when he was younger, and he's like, "Whoa, that was real." So that's interesting.
Mm. Okay, you wanted me to talk about something. Well, there is a topic I would like to share, and I'm just trying to be nice to you because you're here on this podcast.
Thanks.
But if I could, I would just talk more widely about things, but I don't want to scare anybody here. So,
Don't scare me, please.
yeah, especially because you're probably still technically somehow a kid in a sense.
I have the spirit of a kid.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of scary stuff, can we name a few Halloween monsters or creatures that are associated with Halloween?
Or actually, I'm going to name some movies that I highly recommend for you to watch around it.
Okay, Halloweenish movies.
I'm going to name 3. So,
Okay.
number 1 is The Invisible Man, a really old movie from the 1930s. It is a really good horror movie, and somehow I'm just going to tell you about it a little bit. It's about this scientist that messes around with chemicals too much and he becomes invisible. And one of the chemicals actually makes him want to control things, so he wants to rule the world with it and then kills people, but he used to be a very nice person and he had this girlfriend and stuff. And then he was killed eventually, and then you see them lying on the bed and talking to the girlfriend at the end, and then you see his skeleton, and then his body. And it's very, not sad, not depressing, but just beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's just very cool. It was so beautiful.
Yeah. What I liked about The Invisible Man is,
It looks amazing, especially for a black and white movie in the 1930s. It looks great, actually, if you put it in that perspective. It's still black and white, though, okay? So, yeah, it's from the 1930s.
it's very well done, very well shot, great cinematography, and good action, good effects too. Like they really make the Invisible Man seem real. Like he looks invisible, and there's people, something happening. Like it looks like someone's moving, but very well done. I don't know how they did that at the time. Uh, but he's pretty much a nasty guy, right? He's really nasty
Yeah.
from the beginning.
And whoever acted him out, thank you for acting it out. If you're still alive or your family is still alive.
Imagine that actor's still
But if his family or there's something related, you can let us know if you want to, but you do not have to comment or subscribe or click the bell or anything. You don't have to do any of this unless you want to.
freedom of choice. So yeah, we did look at the H.G. Wells story because we have it on my dad's shelf at mom's house, and it starts off just like that, you know, with the you kind of in the middle of it. This guy's already invisible, and it seems like you need the backstory is implied that when he was this like up and coming scientist and want to prove himself not only to to the world as like, look, I did a great discovery for science, but also to win over this girl because he had no money. He had nothing to really show for himself, so he wanted to kind of prove himself to be worthy of the girl, worthy of the attention, fame, whatever. And so at some point there was this kind of real man who had a probably a good heart,
Yeah.
and then he got obsessed with this idea of invisibility because he saw something that set him off down this track. Like, wait, this chemical can make you pale and make something white. So maybe what if you could be invisible? And he achieved it after a lot of secret, you know, and uh, then he just disappears. And then his girlfriend's wondering where he is, and the chemical that makes him invisible uh, messes with his brain and kind of makes him slowly go insane. And he starts getting these delusions of taking over the world. Think of all the things you could do when you're invisible, no one can catch me, and he doesn't get too far with that maniacal plan, But while he's still alive, his you know
Girlfriend?
no, his dangerous tendencies are scary. It's scary to like to see him in action because you really don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah,
He,
and I think his name is Griffin. I think that's his real name.
yeah,
Sorry for cutting you off, Ben.
yeah, I think it's Griffin. So, but by the end of it, you see the futility of it all, and your heart goes out to him for kind of throwing his life away for this experiment. Sorry if you don't know the story and we spoiled it, but it doesn't matter. Just see it uh, if you're open to that type of thing.
Oh,
What's another great Halloween movie?
so number two. By the way, this is going from year order. So the first one, I think, is from 1936, which is the
It was 33. Right, around.
Really?
I think
It's
so.
somewhere around then. And the second one is actually from 1987, the same year that one of my favorite video games was created on the NES, and it is known as Mega Man. I mean, the very original Mega Man.
Sidetrack.
Anyway, let's go back. So number two is actually known as the gate.
Okay. So you said going in order, so we went from 33 to 87. That's an order. You see nothing in between there? You saw Creature from the Black Lagoon recently.
I know, but you could put that somewhere else. You can interview yourself on here later, you know?
Right. So,
Okay.
okay, tell us about the gate.
I don't remember the story that well. I remember I saw it when I was 8 and I loved it.
Well, that makes sense because eight and the gate rhyme. Okay, what do you remember? Like what feelings you remember?
I'm
Just general, whatever.
in the beginning, there was this kid that was biking to his house, and then he goes into the house, and then the scene cuts, and then his friend comes over, and um, they start digging in the backyard.
Oops.
Then they go back in, and then his friend actually told him about this, maybe like a thrash metal band or something, and he said that they have one really good album, and they showed the cover, and then um he said that all four of them died in a plane crash right after that album was released, and no one ever heard of them again. It was just a very mysterious story, and no one knows how they died and how they got onto that plane and crashed.
Hmm.
And then they continued digging
In the
in the
backyard.
backyard, and then demons started coming out of the backyard.
Well, they did some ritual, right, with the record.
Oh yes.
They played the record and like some said some backwards, some sort of like, you know, satanic ritual that they did.
By the way, don't do that in real life. It's a very minor possibility that those demons might come. So do not do that ritual. At least,
Yeah,
please don't. I highly recommend for you not to.
don't mess around with that.
You can, but it's black magic,
You don't
so
want to open the gate.
I totally don't recommend
A
it.
lot of nasty things came out of the gate.
Yeah, like this giant monster that broke apart the floor and the tiles, and then the kid was running right, and then it just died afterwards somehow.
Hmm.
And then the movie ended, and it was really epic. I think it was rated R, but it wasn't that scary. It was probably PG-13. At least it should be PG-13 in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I thought it was R for some reason. That said R.
Maybe.
It did for like a little bit, and I think it changed to PG-13 because that's what it deserves.
Hmm. Maybe not PG. Maybe.
No, that's not the PG movie, bro.
Yeah. Well. Uh. Okay. So
Okay,
then.
number three. This one came out 1988. My dad and me's favorite year for just
Lots of stuff.
music generally. Like Flippin' Seven Son of the Seventh Son came out that year. And Keeper 2. I mean Halloween's album known as Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2 came out then. Please check out March of Time and their new track called Universe Gravity and Parts, which is flippin' awesome. If you love power metal,
And
that
good.
comes from Germany.
Yeah. If you love world class power metal.
And also, if you're from Japan, I also recommend that because Halloween is pretty much big all over the world, besides America.
And they have a song called "This Is Tokyo." New song. And they just started their 40th anniversary world tour like last week. So that's good news.
Yeah,
All right.
crazy. And third movie is actually known as Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That is a wacky good time.
And that movie, I think is PG-13. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's not horribly scary, right?
No, I'll tell you the basic idea. Actually, I think you might because I don't know. You seem to have the vibe of it somehow.
Well, yeah, killer clowns, kids are hanging out. in their car late at night. They see some fall from the sky into the forest. They go searching. There's this weird, like, big top tent. They go inside and what the heck is this doing here in the middle of the forest? And they found some creepy stuff. They tell the police. Police doubt them. And then
And then movie gets
clowns
flipping
just started.
killed.
Yeah, clowns just started to be seen around town.
They're adorable and creepy at the same time.
Yeah, and they're like trapping people in this pink cotton candy cocoon to eat them,
No, not
presumably.
to eat them. They go in after they trap them in the cotton candy cocoon for a little while, check if they're ripe, like soft, and then they take a straw and suck their blood,
Oh, so they don't eat them; they drink them.
like a vampire,
Well,
essentially.
'cause I guess like the cocoon like makes their body just kind of like melt or something like that.
Yeah, it's just
Their
like
life
bloody
force.
once you take off the cotton
Mm.
candy. So, if you're a vampire, I highly recommend using some sort of magic spell, going into the movie and drinking from those black cocoons, I mean pink cocoons, and then just beating those killer clowns. Takeable.
Yeah. All right. So I'm not gonna tell you how it ends. Just it's fun and it's not terribly gross. It's gross enough to be fun, and
I mean, it's kind of gory. Yeah,
it's a horror movie, no doubt.
and also, killer clowns from outer space. The killer clowns are actually kind of adorable, and they make these strange, kind of adorable squeaky sounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, some sort of kind of adorable sound.
I mean, it sounds.
Yeah, kind of harmless even.
Mm.
Not
All right.
harmless.
Well, I want to keep it a little short because I'm tired. If you haven't noticed, I want to jump from movies to music.
Then, okay, let's just
Uh,
go, bro.
we didn't talk about Creature from Black Lagoon. Is that okay?
Yeah, so please check that movie out too. And it was the same year that my grandma was born.
So I guess we can't say the year, huh? In the 50s. And yeah, great. Also, great cinematography, which basically means camera work, and
Yes, you know.
a lot of great swimmers in that movie, including
Oh
the creatures.
gosh, the creature's just amazing.
The characters are pretty compelling. Like you want to watch it, you want to know the story. Scientists that get a little ego trip about science, and they want to like capture this odd creature that turns out to be like a merman type of thing. That and the merman innocent enough, it's just minding its own business, and then the humans start messing with it, so then it gets angry and tries to destroy them. Not surprisingly, and that's the essence of the movie, Creature from the Black Lagoon. It takes place in Brazil. Brazil. Um, all right, so we're both fading here. So briefly, let's do
Which band do you
this or
like
that.
more?
Yeah, which band you
Well,
like more?
actually, may I please explain the rules and say things, please?
Yeah, except that we're not going to play by the rules.
Okay, so
If
this
you want to
is
play
the
this game at home with friends, that's
yeah.
how it goes.
So this is the rules of which band do you like more. So you compare two bands. For example, I'm just gonna give an example. Let's say Halloween or Iron Maiden. So you either pick Halloween or Iron Maiden. And if you actually like them equally, then you will say tie. But if you say I don't know, you're actually eliminated from the game, and then there'll be less people to play with, or someone wins eventually.
Yeah, which I think the rule kind of stinks, even though I remember we made it up. But maybe if you say I don't know, then you get no point. But if you say an answer, then you get a point.
There's no point system in this game.
I know. I'm just trying to institute a point system.
Okay, and
Um,
there is one more thing I would like to say. So, my three favorite bands are actually, all right, so I'm just gonna talk about some stuff for a second. So my three favorite bands, starting from the band that started the earliest to the newest one, is actually one of them is Yes, a band that started in 1969, and there were seven people in the band, and they are still playing today, and they are a progressive band. And my favorite tracks for them are actually The Ice Bridge and Cut from the Stars. And the next band is actually known as Blue Oyster Cult. They're an overlooked band and they started 1972 and they are also still playing today. And my favorite tracks for them are I think John Crawford and Take Me Away. And then lastly, there's a band called Better Than Ezra. I think they started in early 90s and I think they're still playing. And my favorite tracks from them are In the Blood and then Burned, which is an overlooked track. And by the way, I'm going to say something. Yes, it's a progressive band. Blue Oyster Cult is also a progressive band, also incorporating psychedelic and rock into them too. And then Better Than Ezra is an alternative band.
Do you think Blue Oyster Cult would classify themselves progressive? Well, like that's just like one aspect of it.
That's, I guess, one aspect.
They're pretty much rock band, right?
Yeah, so yeah. Sorry for the complex stuff, and now let's just get into it.
Right. So we're gonna play this game, then we're gonna call it a night, call it an episode. Okay.
But
Boom, 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 or just like whoever comes to question and you take turns, or just if I have like a bunch of bands, I'll just say,
okay. I feel like I'm not gonna do much. You just and ask me some bands we haven't talked about that much either. So it's gonna be interesting, okay?
okay,
Thank
Anthrax or Megadeth.
you. Megadeth.
Okay, for me, Megadeth. Megadeth or Guns N' Roses.
Oh, oh,
Gotcha.
oh. It's hard to say Mega, but it's hard to say Guns.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say Ty too.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna eliminate yourself right away.
Mega by a little bit.
Okay.
Barely.
Mm, that's tricky for me. Very tricky. I'm gonna say tie for now.
Oh, wow.
What would you think I would say? Megadeth?
I think you said Guns.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Um, Aerosmith or Rolling Stones?
Oh, um, Arrow. I'm not a big Arrow fan, but I'm definitely not a Rolling Stones fan, particularly. I mean, I dislike them, but to me, they're one of the boringest bands ever. And they're technically not rock and roll because that's Buddy Holly and stuff. That is actual rock and roll. So it's not really, it's like post rock and roll kind of. So yeah, it's hard to even say that. So
I'm sure a lot of people disagree and say they're a rock and roll band, but I hear what you're saying. They're not the original rock and roll. They're the second wave or
I think
something like that.
Domino was the first rock and roll band, probably.
That's Domino. That was
And then Chuck
early stuff.
was also probably.
Doug Berry. Yeah, so these guys, Stones, are almost not 10 years later, but several years later.
Yeah,
At
so
least five. Uh,
time.
okay. Yeah, but I mean, they play rock and roll, but okay, let's not get off track. Aerosmith or Moody Blues?
Oh, I just listened to Moody Blues for the first time the other day. Man, so different. Moody Blues,
Yeah, all right.
so beautiful.
I think I'll take Aerosmith, but I like Moody Blues a lot. Um,
I don't understand Aerosmith that much.
Poison or Def Leppard?
Def.
Def Leppard or Dokken?
Oh, Def.
Dokken or Europe?
D.
Dokken. Okay. Um,
I love that live in Japan cassette.
My Dying Bride or Anathema?
A.
Okay. Uh,
Oh, may I say a few?
mhm.
Okay. So first, Blue Oyster Cult or Better Than Ezra?
Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah, agreed. Also, Yes or the other 70s progressive band that I forgot the name.
King Crimson?
No,
No, Rush. Rush?
not Dream Theater. Wait, why am I thinking Dream Theater? That's progressive and metal incorporated.
The biggest one is Rush.
No, it's not Dream Theater. Actually, what was it? It has a weird name.
Do we listen to it?
Not much, and you have it on cassette.
Not Uriah Heep, right?
Yes, you're right.
They call it progressive.
Yeah, it's like a progressive.
Okay.
Yes wins for me immediately.
Oh yeah.
I do not
Different
like
league.
Uriah Heep that much. I don't care for it.
Yeah, I can barely, I can't really even hear what they sound like in my head. I have a tape or two,
How about a three question?
but
This
okay.
is pure hair metal, bro.
All right.
Rat, Winger, Vixen.
Put them in order or just pick the best?
Put them in
Rat, Winger, or Vixen. Okay, that's a good one. About, I think that's the order. Rat, Winger, Vixen. Yeah,
order. A
yeah.
tie for all.
Yeah, those are that's pretty much a tie because I could listen to all those.
I
And
triple tie. I love those bands.
yeah, I'm gonna say triple tie too. All right.
Your
How
turn.
about this? I'm gonna try to give you a tie as well, maybe.
Can we lean into the grunge and new metal scene a little bit?
We will,
So
but
we can
not
go
this one.
fast sometimes.
This one's gonna be a little different. Uh, Motorhead or Diamond Head?
Double head. um I mean, I haven't listened to Diamond Head in a while. I used to love them. That was like my favorite band for a while, and I listened back. I was like, really? Like I liked them, but they weren't good as bands that I listened to after. So yes, and Motorhead, I don't love that either, but it has some good stuff too. Hi.
Gotcha. Okay, so now going to the grunge realm.
Hey, before we do that, I got a really cool one. Um, Angel Witch, flippin' awesome late 70s band. Or Early Maiden and Late Maiden, or Early Halloween and Late Halloween.
That's too confusing. You gotta pick one. Say like Angel Witch or Early Maiden versus Early Halloween. How about that?
Actually, the
Halloween's first album versus Iron Maiden's
wait,
first album.
actually, I got a good idea. How about this? Um, this is just the weirdest question. Angel Witch or Joy Division?
Yikes.
Why?
Well, they're both British.
Oh, okay.
You gotta go with Angel Witch.
Angel Witch wins by every hair.
I tried to listen to Joy Division a few times. I just couldn't do it.
I died.
Couldn't do it.
So dark. Unbelievable.
Um, okay, so for people who don't know, there's a band called Green River that really early in the grunge scene. Green River or Tad, also early grunge, Tad.
Oh,
They're both kind of sickening and awesome in their own way.
yes, the second one.
Sad.
Not lyrically. Lyrically,
So,
Green wins. All right, the second.
so
But Green River is awful.
okay, Soundgarden or Alice in Chains?
Alice. I got a good one. That I mean, in my opinion, if you look up like the Beatles, it's probably gonna say 90% people in the entire world love the Beatles, or at least respect them in some way. And I do not like the Beatles that much. I mean, I do not dislike them, but um, they're definitely not on my list of best bands. And also, probably the rest of the 10% in the world is taken up by Nirvana because I see those t-shirts everywhere and all the time, at least 22 times in a row. So yeah, um, Beatles and Nirvana.
Is that a question? Beatles or Nirvana?
Yes, that's the question.
That's tricky. I know for some people it's easy, but
I mean,
Beatles. I grew up with Nirvana, not Beatles. Beatles came later for me, but I don't like Nirvana that much. Or the Beatles.
they're both dark
Yeah,
lyrically. They're both
I
surprisingly dark lyrically. I
yeah.
mean, Nirvana, is actually horrifyingly dark, but the Beatles is actually really dark,
I'm
surprisingly.
gonna
You
say
would
tie.
never
I'm
think.
gonna say tie. I would
Um,
probably choose to listen to Nirvana more often than the Beatles.
I will probably choose to listen to the Beatles more than Nirvana, but I don't like them more. So, tie.
Yeah.
Sorry, Beatles fans. Sorry,
Okay,
Nirvana
we're ending on a
fans. No,
tie. Okay, that's all for us tonight, guys.
no. Let's lean a little bit to the new metal scene.
Oh, you want to end it with the new metal?
And then go
Okay,
back to Bright. So,
Corn or Papa Roach?
oh, I can't say pop. I can't say corn. Tie. All right, I got one. Limp Biscuit or Powerman 5000.
Ugh,
Slow motion death.
uh, it's gross, but I imagine I could listen to Limp Bizkit a little bit more.
Limp is a little better because they're more interesting. Powerman 5000 is one of the worst bands in the entire world, in my opinion. They just kill me. Although it's Rob Zombie's brother and White Zombie, that band, they're okay. But Paramount, it's awful. So
I don't think you heard more than one song, bro.
I know, but I felt like the worst is gonna come. Anyway, now for the absolute worst question in all of history. Mortician, the band with a literal jackhammer, or the one ashore, the sickest band in the entire universe. Yes, let's go hardcore awful.
Uh,
Mortician wins, bro.
yeah, yeah, I
They're
think I'm gonna go with
hilarious.
Mortician because they don't take themselves seriously.
I'm not actually gonna talk about these two bands that much because they're so bad you don't want to know. So to
They're
make
not
this,
not good vibes, really.
yeah, so you can survive in this video, and I'll just do a happy question and
Okay,
just make it hateful.
Metallica or AC/DC?
Oh, A
Really?
by yeah, A.
Okay, Iron Maiden or Halloween?
I used to actually I used to go with Halloween. Then I changed to Maiden. Then now Halloween again.
Yeah, it's back and forth for me too. I think at the moment I might go Halloween, but most of the time I'm a Maiden guy. I mean, I've seen Maiden once over the years. I saw Bruce Dickinson once, and I saw Halloween. I'm pretty sure 3 times.
That
And
means you like them more properly.
yeah, I have that more. Well, I also don't like huge concerts, and Maiden always plays huge concerts, and they're loud as sin, loud as hell, man. But also Halloween was loud as hell too. Uh, but they're both my favorites, really.
Sorry, but there's a curse in this video.
And then okay, one last fun one. Um,
Sorry.
Dave Matthews Band or Modest Tones?
District 22 or um Full
Hoobastank.
Beats.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Hoobastank. Okay, forget about those. Hoobastank or Incubus?
Hoobastank. I mean, Hoobastank is definitely by far the best new metal band. They're very easy to listen to. Actually, I could just listen to their albums.
Yeah,
I don't love them, but I really like them, and they're amazing. Absolutely incredible for a new metal band. And Incubus, I don't know what to say.
I don't get them.
They just don't make sense to us. Like,
Yeah,
it does not compute.
yeah, it doesn't compute.
And how about Chili Peppers or Faith No More?
Chili all the
Chili.
way. Chili all the way.
We love chili.
Yeah, we're chili pepper addicts.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay, guys, have a good night. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Hanging in the Basement. Sorry for the yawns, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And we'll see you again soon for another episode. Till then, have a good night. Have a good day.